Stan, here we are, Saturday afternoon in the man cave. Of course, having a light refreshment. I really should sort of. I've got one of those cards, a bigger card for the memory, so I don't lose all my videos again. But I can't work out how to put it in without losing everything. Don't worry about it. So, a quick video. Well, it might be a bit longer than quick, but I'm doing this because me and Mrs. Stan have been out all day doing middle-aged fun things, you know, walking along the beach, having a cup of coffee, eating a sandwich. And she said to me, you know, it's so nice just to go out and not have to have military rammed down my throat and you're not on your phone, going on YouTube. And I went, yeah, I know. And on the way home, it pulls up. So just filmed this here, this sound mirror. And she just went, but as we pulled away, she went, that's actually quite interesting. So there you go. Wonders we'll never see. So we're supposed to be going out soon, but she's asleep up the garden. She's all burnt out with middle-aged fun. So anyway, right, today's video. Top YouTube team, Blitz 1944. I was talking to Senior Blitz on WhatsApp the other day, and just talking about DX replicas, etc, etc, etc. And cat in here, move, please, thank you. Just the state of affairs with the prices and alternatives, etc, etc. Now you can see that. Now that might look to the passing eye. Oh, hang on a minute. Flame an hell, man. Beer bottle tops again. Disappear. Go on. That looks like a Diac in all intents and purposes. It does look the part. Now that is a knackered airsoft I've had for years and years and years. And it literally fell apart. It fell apart just plinking in the garden bed. So I had it nailed to the ceiling for ages, and that on there, I didn't age that. That just, the paint came off it. That's how crappy it is. And it wasn't made by like a cheap company. It was one of the better companies, but I'll get to that in a minute. MP40, right. Cat. This is the book I'm just going to have a little read from. Weapons of World War II by Alexander Ludek. So the MP40 or MP38 as well. So caliber 9mm, 9x19 parabellum, muzzle velocity 380 meters per second, firing rate 400 rounds a minute, weight with full magazine 3.61 kilograms, magazine capacity 32 rounds, operational range 200 meters. So the weapon often incorrectly called the Schmeisser. I believe that's because Schmeisser, it was stamped on the mag. I read that just in one of the other books just now. Originated in 1930 as a request for the German Tank Corps, which is a result of its experiences. The Spanish Civil War was looking for a close combat weapon. Even in later models, the origin of the MP38 as a weapon for tank crew is still clear from the form of the nose under the barrel, which was designed to hook under firing slits. You see that thing there? So it's not going to come back into the compartment. It was awkward to fire into the prone position because of the big magazine sticking down over. Henrik Vollmeyer was the designer, and he was working for Irma, Erfurt, the machine fabric weapons factory. So we'll get a bit. We don't need to know all this, do we? Really, because it's more about what this one is. There's plenty of better videos out there, the MP40. So I mean, to further increase the firepower of the MP40/41, it was developed with a magazine twice the size, 64 rounds. This proved to be ineffective. The MP40, MP30 was never available in sufficient numbers. Even the paratroop units, mainly equipped with a Mauser K98K, by the end of the war, around 1 million MP38s and 40s had been produced. And there's some Germanic Germans in Stalingrad doing their bit. And it is quite strange. You know, they're saying there wasn't sufficient numbers. I'm not going to get that. But remember, every war film, growing up as a kid, it's got, you know, Clint Eastwood with his double. I mean, I was going to do it with them too, but that itself, this isn't probably the full weight. We won't be far off. Doing that full auto, no chance, Clint. Sorry. So, if we go back to what this one is, and is it worth buying? Take a light refreshment. Hot day today up north. Loads of people on the beach having barbecues, drinking beer. Oh, who knew this part of the world? Anyway, so if you take that airsoft, I say I've had that for years, it never really felt weighty. It did feel flimsy. And if you went like that, even with it locked into place, the whole thing would twist at the front against the back. I put a screw in there to stop doing that. That's it. It's only a display thing. Now, when I first encountered one of these, I'd seen them advertised. What you've got to look at is these things, the price. I'm not going to say the price, but they do enter the territory of some Cold War deactivated firearms that you could buy, which could be stand-ins from World War II ones. You've got to bear that in mind. Real weapons that have been deactivated against a replica air rifle. That's what it is. Oh, appropriate German. I didn't have anything apart from that helmet that would fit my great big head, so you have to do a West German cap. And anyway, shut up, Stan, and get on with it. Well, I went to a military fair at Scotch Corner 5-6 years ago, and there is a couple of older people, man and wife team, that sell vintage and replica air rifles, and they have one of these laid on the desk. Now, bear in mind, at the time, I'd owned that thing for years, and that was my only experience of MP40s. And at the time, I think, might have been longer, about 8-9 years ago, that your MP40 Diaks were going for $2.5 grand. Now they're going for what? A lot more. That can't again when you get out. Scuttle. It's one that's attached to a lead because she will bugger off. Go on. So where was I? So I said to the woman, "Can I pick it up?" And she went, "Yeah, have a go of it." No, have a go of it. Pick it up. I picked it up. I went, "Oh, you can just feel the quality of it." And she went, "Do you want to buy it?" And I just didn't have the money. But now I'm getting invaded by wasps. Man alive. I wish it was loaded. I actually am not going to do a shooting video of it today. So we'll have a little walk around of it. Close up. I did try and age it a little bit on the magazine and whatever, and you can buy them in battlefield finish. It's made by a German company called Umarex. I decided against that. I didn't want to sort of knackerize it up. It's one thing if it's a replica. I don't know if it's a real firing sort of air rifle. It is classified as an air rifle, so if you go to a gun shop and buy one, or buy one online, if you provide your ID. I actually bought one from a gun shop down south when I was on holiday, and a bloke kept coming in while I was there 3 times asking for body bags. He wanted to buy body bags. The bloke said, "Oh, he comes in here all the time." Anyway, so yeah, you have to provide ID for these. The difference is, if you take the mag out, let's have a look. The magazine comes out the same as the original. You see the hex key underneath, that's for where your CO2 goes. I've obviously dropped it, and I don't know if I've knacked the mechanism, not knacked the mechanism, but knacked this magazine, because it's you basically put, just don't fall off there, one up that way, one down that way, or the other way around. I said I've already shot it about 3 times. Your BBs go in here, there, you've seen BBs before, you pull that down, there's the loading port, only semi-auto in the United Kingdom. What else the difference is, it goes in like the normal magazine, like that. Underneath, see, there's a safety which was never on the original. The original safety was that notch in there. Now this bolt does reciprocate back and forwards when you're firing, but it doesn't go all the way back there. Maybe if you were technically minded, you could, and also the notch in there, it doesn't. If you were technically minded, you might be able to Dremel that out for realistic looking type thing. I personally wouldn't, because you don't know what's going in there. Unless you know what you're doing, don't, because you'll break it. You'll knock it up. Exactly what happened with that, you see. Someone said to me at work, all you've got to do is, because the spring had broken, all you've got to do is this, 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 and this. I tried this, and that happened. So anyway, and then it fell apart. Something fell off the side of it. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. My history of breaking things is long and very, very... Anyway, so, stock there. A little bit wobbly, like the original. They used to hold them on there, didn't they? It's got a takedown knob, but on this one, it's solid, doesn't work, so you can't like field strip it. So yeah, Bakelite. What it does do on the last shot is it sort of locks open like that. You dry fire it, and it won't shut the magazine. You have to take the mag out, and then shut the dust cover. They're all like that apparently. And this, I think, is probably a good replica of it, reproduction. Sling. So I suppose the question would be, is it worth buying one? If you can't get hold of Airsoft or Denix, and you can't afford a the activated one, this is a nice bit of fun and a nice piece of history. I did say at the time, because I've got a couple of Umarex air guns, that why pay for someone to battlefield finish it yourself when you could do it yourself. Doing a Luger P38, I did that myself, and I didn't do a bad job. The Luger's pretty good, the P38. I bought the Webley battlefield finish, which is good. I probably changed my mind, and I think if I was going to buy this again, I'd pay the extra 20-30 quid and get it done in battlefield finish, because I don't really want to start taking paint off this, to be honest. So I suppose it's in as it came out the factory new. Accuracy wise, fairly accurate. You just keep pulling the trigger, pop, 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 pop. As fast as you can pull the trigger, the faster it'll come out. I say, when I've dropped that magazine, I don't know if I've done something to it. So basically, last time I fired it, the first CO2 bulb fired off, and I did maybe 2 mags and it wouldn't work. I thought, oh, and then I just tightened it a bit more, and the other one went. So I don't know whether I've done something to the bottom. I could buy another magazine, but this either sits on display or is locked away. Well, it's locked away in the cabinet, but it's not on display. So yeah, are they worth getting? Yeah, why not? Fairly, if you compare how much they cost against the activated one, you can't lose out. I've seen other BB firers, like the Enfield rifle, and some about it doesn't look right. The Mosin Nagant looks okay, but replica air rifles are alright. Certain ones, like the Thompson submachine gun, I think that looks really nice. But I'm sort of like, that's it for me for replica air guns. That'd be about it, I think. Yeah, so enough prattling on. I'll go and wake Mrs. Stan up, see if she wants to go out. Sort these cats out. Right, so that's Stan, DDR t-shirt, West German cap, a light refreshment, and it's called, sorry, it's not called the MP40 in Umarex's sales pitch, it's called the MP German, and I do believe it says it on there. Yep, so if you're looking for it, it's the MP German. So that's it. Go out and check my outside broadcast today. You might find it interesting. So yeah, Zeppelin sound mirrors, who knew? Okay, so this is Stan, and I will see you.